Hi dear friends and subscribers, welcome to the Cricket Happening Show today. And in this Cricket Happening Show, as you know, tomorrow is Christmas. Today is Christmas Eve, tomorrow is Christmas. So a lot of people, I know a lot of my dear friends and subscribers are definitely celebrating Christmas. So wish you all a very, tomorrow anyway I'll be doing my cricket show, so I can definitely wish you all at that time. But 25th Christmas, and one would be thinking that it's going to be a celebration all around and there won't be any cricket. But well, there is one match which is going to be played tomorrow on Christmas Day, and that is going to be played in Dubai in the United Arab Emirates. And well, the match is between Pakistan and Sri Lanka, and that will be the fourth one-day international, where Sri Lanka get a chance here to level the series. And if they miss upon this opportunity, Pakistan would have taken the one-day series, because it's a 5-match series. Pakistan already in the ascendant with a 2-1 lead in this very, very exciting and interesting one-day series which is going on in the United Arab Emirates. So that is something. So I'm going to do a brief preview of that particular fourth one-day international which is coming up in Abu Dhabi, and then we will look at some cricket news that's making headlines. Well, so let's get on first to the preview of the fourth one-day international, which is coming up on Christmas Day, that is on 25th of December. So just looking at let's look at Sri Lanka, because Sri Lanka are the ones who are right now down, and for them there is more pressure for them to actually get a win and make this series really alive by leveling the series, so that the fifth one could be a real cruncher. But for the spectators' sake and for the cricket fans in general, I would think that Sri Lanka has to beat Pakistan tomorrow in this one-day international and level the series to just make that fifth one-day international absolutely exciting when it comes up, because both the teams would be level, and it is only fitting that such a series, which has been very, very closely contested by both the teams, should really, with the first two matches going down to the wire, one only hopes that we have something going down to the wire in the fifth one-day international too between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. But let me tell you, Pakistan team is looking pretty strong nowadays, whether it is the batting, bowling, or whatever you can call it. They are looking pretty strong, and it's not going to be easy for Sri Lanka. So let's look at the Sri Lankan lineup. For Sri Lanka, well, the batting, Dilshan has really made some innings of note, but he really needs to carry on. Kushal Pereira, well, he has really, I would say he has really matured as a batsman, because we had seen that previously he was given opportunities, he muffed it up, but in this series I think Kushal Pereira has shown something that one could really make note of. For Kumar Sangakkara, well, always the Mr. Reliable in the Sri Lankan team, he definitely needs to get one very good knock here. Now Dinesh Chandimal has been looking good. His stint has been very brief at the crease, but he has not been able to deliver the goods, I would say, because he has not been able to come up with any big one till now. And if you look at the statistics, 17 innings have passed by for Dinesh Chandimal, and he has not had a single 50. So when he came into international cricket, he came with a real bang by hitting centuries on his debut against England, if I remember rightly. And that was also the Lord's Cricket Ground, if my memory serves me right. Well, Dinesh Chandimal, but he's an exemplary talent. As you know, he's the T20 specialist captain for Sri Lanka, and he has a good brain, and I'm sure Dinesh Chandimal would like to get that very, very, that elusive 50 that for 17 innings he has not got. One only wishes that Dinesh Chandimal comes up with a good 50, because when he gets going, Dinesh Chandimal is a wonderful batsman to watch. And he's also a very fearsome cricketer. That's another thing that one has to make note of. Angelo Matthews, the captain, well, he has been doing his job, whether it is with the bat or the ball, but mostly the bat. He has been really, really delivering the goods for Sri Lanka. But unfortunately, sometimes he has been lacking support from the other end. For Sri Lanka, tomorrow, Dimuth Karunaratne, whether Dimuth Karunaratne has been looking good in the sense whatever limited opportunities he got. So I'm sure Dimuth Karunaratne would be persisted with. The all-rounders. Now, one good thing for Sri Lanka that we have seen in this particular one-day international series is the development of very, very good all-rounders. Angelo Matthews is an all-rounder. Then they have Thisara Pereira, who has so far not really, has not really flashed himself high in the Sri Lankan team in this one-day series, but he's a very, very good hitter of the ball. But one thing we have seen is that they do have some very good pinch hitters in the form of Nuwan Kulashekara, who has done his bit as he did in the second one-day international, and Sekugye Prasanna has been a person who really packs a lot of punch and power in his strokes, and is not afraid to go after any bowler, whether it be spin or pace. It doesn't bother him. He really likes to give the full thrust to the shot that he plays. And Sachitra Senanayaka has also looked very good. But as far as the all-rounders are concerned, barring Thisara Pereira, I think Sri Lanka have a very good mix, and they have been performing. But so tomorrow, one thing that Sri Lanka would be hoping is that Thisara Pereira, built like a bull and also hits the ball pretty hard and very high, should really get into some form. It's very essential for Sri Lanka that Thisara Pereira comes good at the right time. And then Lasith Malinga. Now Lasith Malinga, if you look at the Lasith Malinga stats in this one-day series, he has been leaking a lot of runs. Normally Lasith Malinga is a very difficult bowler to bowler for all the batsmen. But what one has seen in this one-day series is Lasith Malinga has been totally off color, even though he has picked up an odd wicket. But he has been leaking a lot of runs. In fact, you never see Lasith Malinga's figures being really damaged at this. Always getting over 50 runs. Now that is something that Lasith Malinga never does with all his concoction. Probably is it because of the age that Lasith Malinga has lost its bite? One does not know. But we have to wait for the fourth one-day international to see what Lasith Malinga can come up with. Lasith Malinga, I'm sure, would be wanting to bowl his best in this fourth one-day international. And Lasith Malinga fielding is also something which has to be really taken note of, because probably he's getting old. The other day we saw that he dropped a real sitter when Mohammad Hafiz hits it in the deep, and then Mohammad Hafiz really made Sri Lanka pay by getting on to 140 not out and taking Pakistan to victory. Well, now let's look at the Pakistan team. For Pakistan, I think all the pieces are coming together finally, and what a relieved man Dave Watmore, the coach of Pakistan, would be, because everything, if you look at this Pakistan team, it is looking pretty strong, and I think Pakistan are doing a very good favor for themselves, because as you know, the T20 tournament, the World T20 Cup, is coming up in Bangladesh in the month of February or March, I suppose. But Pakistan are looking very well net right now, because they're opening. What one can see in this Pakistan batting, which has been lacking a lot of times, that Misbah ul Haq, the captain, was burdened with a lot of responsibility whenever the chips were down. But what we are seeing is that they have a good pair of openers in the form of youngsters Ahmed Shahzad and Shahjeel Khan. Ahmed Shahzad has already proved himself. He has got 2 centuries now in one-day international cricket, and he can also. And he also looks to be more mature, learning game by game. He also can attack, and at the same time can also stay at the crease, as he showed when he made that century, where he became the anchor man of the innings. Shahjeel Khan, also another player who can really wield the willow well, and he has also showed his batting prowess. Mohammad Hafiz has really hit form at the right time, and after passing through a real horror run of form, Mohammad Hafiz has really come good now, and now he has 2 centuries in this particular one-day series. Sohaib Maqsood, another impressive middle-order bat, who can also hit the ball very long and hard. The other day we saw he hit 2 sixes, and everything was in the long-on area. His onside is his favored area, but he also has some very good strokes, and it's only a matter of Sohaib Maqsood learning from mistakes. Misbah ul Haq, the captain, always leading from the front. So that is what has enabled Misbah ul Haq to play his knocks. Misbah ul Haq is able to play freely. The reason being, the Pakistani batting is looking very settled, and he can expect his balls to fire. And Misbah ul Haq himself said that the Pakistani batting has really come to the fore in this one-day series, and why not? So Misbah ul Haq would be definitely benefited by that. And then they have Umar Akmal, the wicketkeeper batsman, and he has also been looking good for whatever the limited opportunities he has got. He has really shown himself pretty strong. Shahid Afridi and Umar Akmal is such a sheer talent. It's only a matter of Umar Akmal really using the talent to the full. Shahid Afridi has also shown that age has not withered his batting, because I was under the impression once that Shahid Afridi, probably because of his age, now he's not able to get in the big shots. But we have seen in this one-day international series that Shahid Afridi has brought strokes of old and really thrashed all the bowlers for sixes and fours. And Shahid Afridi has really not only did it with the bat, he has also done very well with the ball, and probably could have done a much better with the ball than what he has done. But all in all, he has done a great job, and he's enjoying some very good form in this one-day series. Look at the bowling now. Umar Gul coming into making a comeback and picking up 3 wickets on his comeback. He has really showed now that has really strengthened the team, with Umar Gul partnering Junaid Khan. Junaid Khan is a wonderful bowler. He has become a wonderful death bowler, and also is also capable of providing the breakthroughs for Pakistan. And then Saeed Ajmal, always a world-class spinner. In fact, he's on the top of the ICC charts this time as far as international wickets are concerned. Now, after Graham Swan's retirement, one can safely say that Saeed Ajmal is the best off spinner in the cricketing world at the moment. There is absolutely no doubt about it. And then we have, yes, I'm sure Ravichandran Ashwin of India is also on the top, but I think that Saeed Ajmal, with his experience, I would rate him as the best off spinner in the world, in the cricketing world right now. And then there has been a bit of a concern as far as Bilawal Bhatti is concerned after showing his immense talent there, but he seems to be going through a sort of a lean patch. He has not been really getting his act together in this one-day series, but he's quite a talent to get things firing once again. Well, so that is going to end my preview. And one thing that Angelo Matthews will keep in mind, that he has always won the toss and inserted Pakistan in, and probably hoping that, you know, the due factor. But I'm sure now Angelo Matthews would have realized that a due is not something which is coming on a regular basis, and he might be prompted now to actually win the toss and bat first, and probably tell Pakistan to chase a particular target. Now, well, all in all, as I said, the pressure is on Sri Lanka. Pakistan can breathe free, but Pakistan would be hoping that they could get the 3rd win under the belt and you know, just clinch the series so that they don't have any further headaches going into the 5th one-day international. But all in all, it looks to be a wonderful tussle which is coming up tomorrow at Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates, when the 4th one-day international will be played between Pakistan and Sri Lanka. Well, from here now it gives me some chance to get on to some cricket news. As far as cricket news is concerned, this is from my host country, from where I'm broadcasting my cricket happenings always, as you know, and it is yesterday I talked about Ashish Bagain, the wicketkeeper captain who announced his retirement at the age of 32, and so Canada had to look out for the new captain, and the new captain has been appointed, and he has been appointed captain for the Canada team for the 2015 World Cup qualifier, which is going to be played in New Zealand. So there is still an opportunity for Canada to actually qualify. So if at all they can do something over there where they can really do well and try to qualify. So Canada gets the last opportunity, and the responsibility will be lying on the captain, the new captain of the Canadian cricket team, which is Jimmy Hansra. He's a batsman, and he will be captaining the Canadian cricket team. Well, he's a very good batsman. In fact, if you look at he has not played lot of matches, but if you look at it, he got 22 one-day internationals for Canada. He scored 419 runs. That doesn't look a very impressive reading, but probably I'm sure the cricket selectors would have, the Canadian cricket selectors would have looked at his complete fact file and probably thought that he makes a very good captain. So Jimmy Hansra probably, I mean, that's the reason probably he has been made the captain, probably with this experience that he has. So Jimmy Hansra is the new captain of the Canadian cricket team. Now let's look at some other cricket news. Looking at some other cricket news, the news which is coming in, as you know, West Indies have just lost the Test series against New Zealand. Now the focus is going to shift on the one-day series, and for West Indies already they had a lot of problems with no Chris Gayle, no Dwayne Bravo, Kieron Pollard, and look at what is happening now. This is something that West Indies wouldn't want, but yes, it's happening. Samuels has been injured, who was injured. He had a surgery on his right wrist, and he is going back to West Indies, and injured Samuels returns home. So basically there's no Marlon Samuels, and so that is going to be a big blow for West Indies, even for the one-day hopes now, after Samuels is another victim of injury here. Now the other thing that the news that we have, this is coming in from New Zealand. Now, as you know, New Zealand, after winning the series against West Indies, the coach, New Zealand coach Hessen, has said that, as you know, when India is going to be touring New Zealand in the month of February, and he said that whenever New Zealand go to India, India prepares wickets which are really doctored to have spin, so that they know that the New Zealanders are not good players of spin, and they made them succumb there. So, and that is precisely the tonic that Hessen is going to have for India, when Hessen has said that they are going to have green tops when India come there. I don't think, I mean, looking at what Hessen is saying, well, I would definitely agree with him that India might be preparing doctored tracks, but let me tell you, now looking at the way India has done against South Africa, and also looking at the pace prospects that India have. If you look at the pace prospects, India has Zahir Khan has already made his comeback. Ishan Sharma is bowling well in South Africa. Mohammad Shami is a very improved bowler. Now this is something for New Zealand that would be a surprise packet when Mohammad Shami comes and bowls on New Zealand tracks. And they have Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. And as far as pace is concerned, Umesh Yadav has not looked good, but Umesh Yadav is also a good player, has lots of pace. And then Varun Arun from Jharkhand. He's one who is also very, very pacey, and unfortunately due to injury he is not able to take part, be in the Indian team. But let me tell you, what the New Zealand coach Hessen says could be true. I'm not saying that, I'm not trying to dispute what Hessen says. What Hessen is doing is also right, because he wants to catch India on green tracks, which is absolutely the right move. But let one thing be sure, and I'm sure India are not what do you call chickens to be really caught on a green track, because India definitely have the pace wherewithal to take wickets, and he also has a talented batsman who could really do well in New Zealand. Even though if at all this young brigade is actually touring New Zealand for the first time, I still have lots of confidence on this particular young brigade of Indian cricketers who could do well. But well, Hessen is this is what Hessen has to say, but I don't disagree with him. Yes, that will be a very good, in the sense that would be a very good competition. It would be a really good battle between bat and ball, and one is really looking forward to the India-New Zealand series on green tracks in New Zealand when it happens in the month of February. Well, dear fans and subscribers, there's nothing else that I would like to cover today. That brings an end to this cricket happening show of mine. As usual, I'm glad that you're all enjoying the cricket happening show and enjoying this cricket show in a very thorough manner. Please continue to do so. And as usual, your host Ram on Christmas, that is on 25th of December 2013, will be back with my definitely a cricket report on the 4th One Day International, which is going to be played on Christmas Day between Pakistan and Sri Lanka in Abu Dhabi in the United Arab Emirates. Till such time, your host will not be seeing you, but as and when the match is over and the report is ready, your host Ram will be there to welcome you once again to this cricket happening show. Until then, it's goodbye.